Back with another video to share my full review of the Galaxy Tab A11 Plus. This is a new budget-oriented tablet from Samsung. It is on sale at the time of this video, so I'll have links to it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. The retail price is $250. There's two colors to choose from, a silver and this gray color that we're going to be checking out here today. And there's a few different configurations of this tablet. We have a base model with an upgraded 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And there is a max spec of an 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. There is also a 5G version of this tablet. That one comes with the base specs, 6GB of RAM, 128GB storage. Overall, it is very similar to the previous Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. On paper, there is a different processor in this. We do have faster charging on this one, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of the gray color here of the Tab A11 Plus. Inside the box, have our device on top. Let's see what else we get inside. We have a single pamphlet with some paperwork, a SIM ejection tool, and a USB Type-C to Type-C charging cable. So physically, this is looking pretty much exactly the same as the previous Tab A9 Plus, maybe just a slight different color on the gray here. We have the same metal aluminum finish on this, and there is this plastic bar on the top for connectivity. We have a similar camera setup here with the one rear-facing camera and the landscape-oriented front-facing. Taking a physical tour here, on the top we have our power button and volume rockers. We have one mic. On the left we have our SIM tray, which in here we have room for one micro SD card up to 2TB of storage. And if you get the 5G version, I imagine that is where you'll have a SIM slot here, but no slot on this Wi-Fi model. We do have the buttons swapped on this Tab A11 Plus compared to the A9 Plus. On this Tab A11 Plus, we no longer have the proprietary connector pins on the bottom. There was an official keyboard that came out for this Tab A9 Plus much later after its release, but even though it is an official option, it is pretty expensive relative to the price of the tablet. So honestly, not a major omission compared to the previous version. And fortunately, what hasn't changed is we still have a quad speaker setup. We also have a headphone jack over here on the corner, have another mic, and our Type-C port now capable of 25-watt super fast charging. This is honestly a huge update for this tablet, and it's been a few months now since I first got my hands on this Tab A11 Plus. I'm definitely ready to share all my thoughts on this impressive tablet. So first, getting into the tablet, the biometrics, we have face unlock on this. And this has gotten me in very consistently, whether indoors, outdoors, if the tablet is far away or close to me. Really good face unlock on this. And once you're in, you'll be greeted by the 11-inch display. This has a 90 Hz refresh rate. It has pretty good brightness on it. I've been using it in a lot of different environments with no problems. And I've been really enjoying the 90 Hz refresh rate on this for good smooth screen performance. And I've had pretty good performance on this tablet in my first few months of usage. Really easy to just jump into any content. Here's a look at the full screen experience on this. I've been watching way too many police encounter videos lately, but this has been a really good tablet for watching some content on. Navigating through this tablet has also been pretty smooth from a software perspective. Multitasking, not a problem on this with the 6GB of RAM that it has. And there's pretty good navigation on this. You can see some smooth animations here. Let's jump between some different applications. I would say has performed well enough. So you might have to wait a second or two for some applications to open up for you compared to a faster or more expensive device. But I would say the waiting times are acceptable. Let's do another test here. Open up old school RuneScape. That opened up in not that much time at all, honestly. And just like any other Samsung device, plenty of multitasking capability here. So let's go ahead, bring over Chrome. So lots of room for multitasking here. Of course, you have a lot of resizing functionality with Samsung software. So there is, I would say, really the most versatility in the multitasking aspect on this device compared to other brands, compared to, say, Apple and Motorola, for example. And there have been some nice quality of life touches to the software. This newer One UI 8.5, there's a bar here at the top to do some multitasking really easily. You can also use this top bar to bring out a pop-out window, and I can do this with a bunch of windows here, so go ahead, pop out YouTube. So you can have pretty much endless things open on this device. Can have a video running here, do some Amazon shopping, reference my Excel sheets, check my emails, and this is all just on the standard tablet mode. We also have official DeX compatibility on this tablet, so absolutely love to see this at this price range. And switching over to that DeX mode, really, the main difference with this is you get more of a desktop bar at the bottom of your screen at all times. You also then have the option to minimize your windows like you're on a computer, and there's some little icons at the bottom to let you know what you have open already. Everything in this DeX mode also opens up in a pop-up window for you. And there's also the ability to add different desktops. So I can have different things open on some different desktops here and switch back between them pretty easily. There is a little bit of waiting there, like a second or so, but I think overall performance has been more than acceptable on this. You can also just swipe from the bottom here and switch between your different desktops. So overall, really happy with the software experience on this, the amount of versatility with the regular tablet mode, having the built-in DeX mode. You can really do a lot with this device. I've also been playing a lot of old school RuneScape on this. Whenever I'm doing something more passive or away from the computer, really easy to just throw it up here on the tablet, getting really good battery efficiency as well. Taking a look at the battery life on this, in my most recent use case in preparation for this video, used this over the course of 2 days and got 8 hours of screen on time. This was about an hour and a half of watching content, a couple hours of work and productivity, planning for an upcoming trip for about an hour, and doing about an hour of gaming as well, 30 minutes writing some Samsung notes, a little bit of web browsing and some camera usage, but overall doing a lot of different things on this device enjoyably and still getting 8 hours of screen on time. Really happy with the battery life on this Tab A11 Plus. And in addition to good battery life, we also have faster charging speeds on this Tab A11 Plus. I can get up to 42% charge in 30 minutes. I'm up to 70% in 50 minutes, which felt pretty good. I'm up to 82% after an hour. So you want a full 100%, it's going to take about an hour and 20 minutes, which this is twice as fast as the Tab A9 Plus. I would still be charging up after about 2.5 hours. As I mentioned before, we have a quad speaker setup on this tablet. Let's go ahead and do a speaker test. Cameras are not getting the greatest photos out there. Really, the only thing this tablet is missing is official S Pen support, which I've personally gotten by fine with just a regular stylus. I'll have this one linked on Amazon. It's made of metal and has a nice slim feel to it. Obviously, writing is going to be a little bit more of a challenge with having something like this without any palm rejection, but for just general input use, this has been an excellent option. There is also an official case to go with this Tab A11 Plus. We have the book cover case. This comes in at $50. So this is super easy to connect, have some nice feeling buttons on this, have all of our proper cutouts that you would need. We have some silicone material on the front and back and some nice feeling plastic on the sidings. We of course have some auto open and close functionality on this. And then there's the origami style backing here, so really easy to go ahead, prop up this tablet. So this has been an excellent case here. Also can just pop it up into portrait here. Really like using this in a lot of different ways. So overall, all things considered, I am really enjoying this Galaxy Tab A11 Plus in my first few months of usage. While it hasn't changed drastically over the previous Galaxy Tab A9 Plus, there are some really nice quality of life upgrades on this, like the higher RAM and storage configurations. This base model in particular coming with 6 gigabytes of RAM instead of 4 and 128 gigabytes of storage instead of 64. Really the only thing missing on this tablet is official S Pen support. All of Samsung's higher end tablets above this one have S Pen support at this point. So there are options out there like this Galaxy Tab S10 FE. This does have the official S Pen stylus here on the back. And this is also an excellent tablet experience. Granted, it's going to be around twice the price of this Tab A11 Plus. So that is why I keep coming back to this device time and time again. Overall, for the price, considering the great software on this, good enough hardware, screen gets bright enough, it's a pretty smooth experience. I can definitely recommend this Galaxy Tab A11 Plus to anyone out there looking for a good overall tablet experience without breaking the bank. But I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on the Galaxy Tab A11 Plus in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a like on your way out, and stay tuned for my next review on the Galaxy Tab A11, the smaller version of this one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.